Hush, she's gonna do a video.
Oh, hi everyone. Well, guess what day this is? And I'm all dressed up in my real bright little blouse and everything. Look like I'm going to go out and celebrate someplace, you know. I'll probably be sound asleep at midnight. So now I've let you know what day this is. This is New Year's Eve. And I gotta go to the store today and get something for dinner tomorrow. But before I do that, I'll tell you what and everything. Let's have you look back over the last year for yourself and have you tried to see things. This last year has really been heck for me and my family. I've had several surgeries. Not me personally, but in my family I've had the kids and all. My husband had surgeries and stuff. And one son had 3 surgeries. And then dealing with Cree all year, running her back and forth up to Portland. And then her having to be postponed because of her tonsillectomy that had to be done beforehand. And running her back and forth to the doctor there, and then for her to go into surgery there, and then the little complications after that. And my son really had a lot of complications with his surgery too. And so, I mean, you know, it's just been, and my health hasn't really been all that great. But I wonder how come it can't do much. A person can't do very well when all their family is ill. I mean, it gets you kind of down in the dumps here. But outside of that, we have 2009 to look forward to. And I'm real hopeful, really hopeful, that 2009 will be a lot better for my family. Health-wise, that is my main concern, is health-wise. And without your health, you haven't got much of anything. I can tell you kids that. And I can call you kids because, hey, I feel like I'm the mother of the group here. So it's all right for me to say I'm the mother of the group. I love each and every one of the younger ones that's on this sexy siren. And outside of that, why, I have thought about, you know, I'm going to try myself and not eat so much myself, because I have gained weight. And that's a no for me too. Because it all is going around my middle. Right around my middle. And I'm already shaped like a barrel. And everybody thinks I weigh a lot more than what I do. But I only weighed in at 152, which at the very beginning of last year I weighed about 142. So that's the way I started gaining here years ago. 10 pounds, 10 pounds, 10 pounds every year. It only takes 10 years and you get 100 pounds on you. And that's what, more or less what happened to me. And instead of having the gastro bypass like Cree did here in 1971, I had the intestinal bypass done. And I've never been put back together yet. My intestines is in there and ready to be put back, but anyway, I was told by the doctors that they quit doing that quite a few years ago because it got to be too dangerous. I know I have complications from it, but I believe Cree will have complications from her too. And I don't think she can be put back after your stomach's cut. It's cut, I believe. So, I just hope this is not too bad. And, so, anyway, I'm thinking about tonight. I'll probably be asleep. And you know, I can remember a few years ago, it hadn't been all that many years ago, but we always had some place to go and someone to enjoy the New Year with, and we always celebrate New Year. And for the past few years, how we really celebrate, we stay at home. And sometimes there's been, last year, I woke up, hey, I woke up at 11:45. But then, you know, back in New York, they let the ball fall, and they're 3 hours sooner, so I do get to see that every year in Times Square. And hopefully that I will be awake when 12 o'clock comes. I don't know. But for my dinner next year, I don't know. I'm from the South. I was born in the northeast corner of Arkansas. And I understand that all of Arkansas don't. And all the states, no matter where you're born, they have a little difference in what you eat and what you fix. And my mother has always fixed black-eyed peas. And I have never had a New Year's without having black-eyed peas. And I've always told my kids the same thing as my mother. I don't care if you don't like black-eyed peas, you're going to have at least one mouthful and you're going to eat some. The old saying is, you're not going to get rich by having black-eyed peas. But my father always said, well, it says that you'll never go broke, completely broke. And one time he said he doggone nearly went broke. I think he had 10 cents in his pocket or something. He said, I still had a coin. So, anyway, they'll suppose, and you know, then, I've never heard this before, but you know, money sometimes I have referred to, oh, you got a lot of cabbage there. You know, I guess cabbage is green or whatever, but I have heard some people say they never have a New Year's without eating cabbage, and they eat that for the same reason, I guess. So I gotta get out. I don't have any black-eyed peas. I prefer the dried black-eyed peas and me cook them with the ham or whatever I got, you know, to be. But I'm planning on having my black-eyed peas tomorrow for dinner. And outside of that, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to make a big dinner for New Year's. Not really planning on it anyway. I know a lot of people do, but then there'll be football games and stuff like that. My husband and my son today is all they've looked at, and all they've done is stick their nose into the TV and watch football games and stuff today. And last night my husband and them, they started watching the games, and he said, where do you think you're going? I says, I'm going to go watch TV. No, you're going to bed. I says, well, where in the world's my TV? It's in my bedroom. I don't really care anything about ball games. But the Blazers was playing and the Oregon Ducks was playing. And I got up and I went in there once during the evening and I said, well, one of them come on an hour sooner than the others would be. And I went in and I said, well, how's your people are doing? He said, they're not doing worth heck. They're the sorriest players you ever seen on this earth. Both of them are going to lose tonight. You should have seen. He came back to the bedroom. And I said, well, I'm sorry. And he came back to the bedroom later. He says, do you believe it? They all both pulled it out. The Blazers won and the Oregon Ducks won too. Can you believe it? They did. They didn't have their crap together at the very beginning of the game, but they got their stuff together, and then they played ball, each team. So I said, well, that was great. So he was really thrilled over that. So that's the way I spent last evening. Spent it in my bedroom watching TV. And I'll probably end up back there in my bedroom watching TV after a while anyway. Because there's two of them and the big TV's out in the family room and they enjoy that better. So you guys all take care and you guys have a happy, happy new year. So goodbye until next time. Love you all.